Hello there, Aquarius. This is Lady J, and this is also Pirate Readings. This is my new place, my new space, my new channel, and I want to welcome you all, and I mean all of you. So I don't care whether you're my queen, my king, or my in-between. I don't care. Everybody is welcome here. I won't judge. Please don't judge me. I have a new logo I want to share with you. Give it a look. And let me know in the comments what you think. I think it's pretty cool. I think it says what it needs to say, and I'm excited to share it with you. But I'm also so happy to be here, and I want to welcome all of my Miss Jones Tarot on the Hill people. If you're still over there on Miss Jones Tarot on the Hill, look in the description below. You'll find a link for Pirate Readings, and you'll be able to hit that link, come on over, and it will be so great because then you can like and subscribe and never miss a video. Because in about 2 months, I'll stop cross-posting. So you have about 2 months to figure it out and come on over. I look forward to having you come on over, and I really appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You were the base of my beginnings, and I so appreciate you. I don't want to leave you behind. I want to bring you along, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So things are changing and moving forward. We've talked about that for months now. And here we are. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and move into the reading for Aquarius. All right. I have these cards here. We're going to go ahead and pick a stone for the month that will be our guiding stone for the month. Yeah, let's look and see what we get. All right. All right. Excellent. We have pulled rose quartz. Rose quartz and love. Love is what it's all about, right? So this rose quartz is telling me that your heart is a big deal this month. Pay attention to it. If it's giving you fits or frustrations, you might need to see a doctor. I am not a doctor, but do check in and make sure about that. And this is also esoterically all about loving yourself, being about love. It is February, so it's good for Valentine's Day. But yes, if anytime you feel a little out of sorts, you can take a couple of rose quartz or any pink stone you have laying around, stick them in your pockets, and it'll help even you out. All right. So I welcome you to try that and see how it feels. Then leave a comment below and let me know. Let me know how that went for you. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the overview. Right. I have this deck that's been pre-programmed for you. I'm going to go ahead and lay them out. There are 4 weeks this month, so we'll have the 4 columns and 3 rows as per usual, where we are, what's blocking us, what our solution is. For those of you who are new, I'm going to go ahead and lay them out. And I will tell you what your messages are. The message for all of us, all 12 signs, has one message, and that is it's time for us all to get organized, all right? So it's important for us to get organized. Your private message is to pace yourself, okay? Don't get overexcited or over-push yourself in any one direction. You could overexert yourself, get wounded, and have issues, all right? So pace yourself, figure out what the goal is, and then just kind of figure out the steps and start taking them one at a time. Don't try running. There's no reason to run anywhere, okay? It's always about just doing one step in front of the other, no big deals, and you get where you need to go. But don't push too hard, all right? Cool. So let's go ahead and look at the first week in February, all right? The 4th through the 10th. Patience. Patience is your card. Usually when this shows up in this position, it's speaking of a fact that maybe you're not displaying too much of it. So that's why you've been told, hey, it's time to slow down. It's time to take a moment. Be easy on yourself. Be easy on your people. Be easy in general. Because if you're not showing some patience, things are going to get out of hand. And things will get even worse. All right? So don't make things worse by being impatient. Spiritual spiritual strength. There we go. So this is blocked, okay? You're not in a position to be super hyper connected to your higher power right now. You are feeling probably like that's not where you need to be. You're sort of on the earth plane, doing earth plane things, and we want you to stay focused there and make sure your footing is right, and that no accidents take place. Be patient with yourself and try not to be too woo-woo this week, or this particular week. Because what's interesting is you're being told on the one hand, be patient, and then by the end of the week, accelerated movement happens. So what that's telling me is that this week is all about the click, 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 whee part, okay? So this is super exciting and super intense. Pace yourself. Be ready to do the wee part at the end, but you're going to the click, 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 click will make you crazy for a minute, but then it'll get crazy at the end, all right? So I don't normally have a week that is like from the beginning to the end kind of a thing. It's usually an overriding theme of pacing yourself or whatever, and then presto changeo, everything goes fast, but it can't be both, right? It can't be both. So it'll either be, it's just, okay. You get it. It's going to be click, 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 whoosh. So there you go. That's what it's going to be. Fun, right? I like that. Okay. Now then, the next week over, the 11th through 17th, we're going to go in depth, by the way, on this particular week, the 4th through the 10th, at the end of this video. So don't worry, we'll get more information. The next week over, the 11th through the 17th, we start with the Hope card. So there's some really good stuff happening where you're feeling very good, very hopeful, very full in your heart of what's possible. So big possibilities are showing up. I feel like that comes from the accelerated movement here. This could be accelerated movement in like, oh, guess what? You're going to be finishing that much sooner than you thought. You're like, oh, excellent. So in some cases, the will be, things moving in a different direction than you thought. But yes, when we get the Hope card, it has a lot of good love in it. So experiencing your love stuff. I mean, you may have been plotting and planning and pacing yourself for a retirement situation, and suddenly now you're being told, wait, it'll happen much sooner. We did the math wrong. Check it out. You're like, oh my God. So cool. Now, the 11th through the 17th, we'll get back to that. We have Hope, right? Hope is here saying, oh my God, everything is great. And disruption is blocked. This is the most wonderful place for this thing to be, blocked. You will not have any major mishaps happening, stopping this from moving forward. So that's good news. Interesting. You have an interesting mix, my dear. Okay. Conflict and defeat is the solution. So on occasion, maybe this is you defeating something else, right? Instead of, but we want to remember the feeling of defeat, right? That feeling of being defeated is telling you that, oh yeah, there was something that was a bummer in the past. But that's what the hope is from. The hope is at the top of the stairs here, right? So we have the hope. Hope is here. And you're feeling a little frustrated. Maybe you got some news that is putting things in a different perspective for you. There are people running up the stairs along this side of this guy coming down the stairs. There is a candle. So the candle is there letting you know that there's still light and hope in this situation. I don't want this to become a disruption because there is a disruption here that is blocked. This disruption is blocked. It can't mess with your hope. Okay, so you're coming into this week full of hope. Nothing is blocking you and everything is great. Except this conflict and defeat, which feels like it's an interior thing. Maybe it's you blocking you. Okay? You've decided to block yourself. Why are you doing that? So, my suggestion, of course, is to say, you don't have to do that. All right? So we'll find out more when we go in depth next week. But you might be blocking you. Okay? Interesting. And that's your solution. Oops. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the 18th to the 24th of February. All right. We are going to be resting and rejuvenating because, yes, you were putting yourself out last week and things went reasonably well. We'll get more information on that, but you're resting and rejuvenating. Okay. I like it. It feels good. It feels calm. Feels right. You are pacing yourself, hopefully, and you aren't wiped out completely, but you are prepared. Your wishes being fulfilled is not going to be happening this week. It's blocked, so that's a bummer. Sorry about that. Everything you've been working towards is going to be like, nope, not yet. All right, got the old nope right there. Now we have obstacles and challenges. Okay, so there might be a few hoops you have to jump through. There might be some things that need to be worked on to get there, but don't lose hope completely because look, those little dots. There's one right there. Boink. These even match almost. Excellent. So keep an eye on the little bits of hope hanging around this cool little hope ring that you'll have to jump through and these little obstacles you'll have to get through. I don't think they're going to be too traumatic. I think you're going to be just fine. All right? But yes, you rested, you rejuvenated, now you're ready to meet these obstacles and challenges. It's going to be okay. You'll be all right, okay? We'll go in deep in that later. Let's talk about the 25th through March 2nd, all right? Movement, choices, and decisions. Yep, it's time. You're going to be making some big moves and changes this week. Some will be spiritual, physical, relationship-oriented, or financially oriented. Choices and decisions are on the move, are happening. So be aware of it. Pay attention to what you're doing, okay? Watch your footing. Make sure everything is going very well. And know that the light is blocked. You might be doing these decisions in the dark. But laugh, because, man, here's that hope card right there. Boop, boop. Little bits of hope right there. And it's blocked. So it's right here. This week it's blocked. So your choices and decisions will be made probably under the cover of darkness. Doesn't make it wrong. Doesn't make it bad. Because your passion is ignited. All right. So for some of you, this is going to be a physical passion. For some of you, it's going to be an emotional passion. But I do like to see that we have a recurring ring situation. This obstacles and challenges has a ring. So does Passions Ignited have a ring. So does Hope have a ring. So we have a lot of rings running around here. I really like that very much. So you have recurring themes this month that are all working, even when they're in the quote-unquote negative, they're actually moving into the positive for you. You're making all kinds of lemonade, all right? That's what I'm getting, is that it doesn't matter what anyone throws at you right now. Your movement and your choices are going to bring you some exciting options and possibilities. You're excited about it. You're fired up. Doesn't matter. You are full of hope all the way around. Hey, we have more rings over here. Remember? This one's got a ring. Even this guy's got a ring. So, and accelerated movement has a ring too. So this is super cool to me. I like seeing all those rings because they all link up. They all link up. And I feel like the sparkle right here, the sparkle right there, all of these little sparkles. Hope. Yep. I see it. I see it all over the place. And every week you have something that's sparkling. Every week. And every week you have something with a ring in it. So rings are going to be interesting for you. Be aware when you see a circle somewhere that might be something that will be significant to you. And don't be afraid of it. Consider it a sign that you're in the right direction, all right? And if something sparkles, hey, that's even more likely to be a good thing, all right? I'm going to go ahead and set these cards aside like I like to do, and then I will go in deeper on the first week of February, being the 4th through the 10th, all right? So let's get these 3 cards out in front of me. There we go. And I have this pre-programmed deck of portion of the Alleyman's Tarot. We'll go ahead and lay in these cards and see where we get to, all right? See what more information we can bring about for ourselves. Okay, so very cool. Here we go. We were talking about patience, right? And how you may not be having as much patience, and how it kind of reminds me of the click, 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 where you're waiting for the big whoosh at the end. So realize all the things that happen in this space. It's not just being calm, it's anticipation, right? There's a whole lot of anticipation in your patience. Okay, you're being patient, but you're anticipating something. Temperance has shown up to tell you that there's always enough time, there's always enough everything, enough food, enough love, enough sex, enough everything. Okay, so there's always enough. We have been raised in a world that tells us regularly that there's never enough. It's a big dumb lie. So tell yourself there's always enough and that you'll always be okay. Okay? This is how we reprogram the situation, and it helps us with our patience, because when we know that there's enough time, we know there's enough everything else, we don't have to push the river, we don't have to do anything crazy. All we got to do is just chill out. It'll happen when it's supposed to, okay? Now then, this card here is the relic. It's also talking about the theme of the week. And the relic is always just about something that needs to be appreciated from the past. We want to appreciate the past. We want to appreciate how things were done in the past. I mean, we were very much more capable in the past of handling physical situations than we are now, because we're waiting for electronics to fix everything, and it won't. So clearly this one needs to be rewound a little bit to be back in order, but you want to go ahead and pay attention to what that is, and do that. Go ahead, and if you find something that's a little bit old or a little bit used up, but just needs a little something, a little zhuzh to get it going again, by all means do that, right? And if you find out that you're hanging out with personalities that are the relic, see what needs to be rewound. And sometimes they can be rewound. People relics can be rewound a little bit, but sometimes you just have to appreciate them for exactly what they are, and know that, it's been recorded, it's done, and they are who they are. Especially when it comes to family, don't freak out, but do appreciate who they are as they are, and amuse yourself if you can. All right, because some things can't be changed. All right, except our own perception. So an area where we're blocked is our spiritual strength. So feeling spiritually connected, feeling spiritually supported right now, not really happening. So you're feeling a little unsupported that way. But you're really working more on the physical plane right now. So just be careful and be cautious, and know that it's going to happen. All right. Now, you got Giuseppe. Giuseppe, he's a needy little guy. He says it's a playing card for a game, and it says, I got to pull 3 more cards for you, okay? For areas that are blocked. So Giuseppe is blocked. Oh, because he's in the block department, I wonder if I can take cards. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so it does say keep pulling until you like it. So I'm going to pull 3 cards. So we have lightning in a bottle. This is lightning in a bottle. And yeah, this is a really good card. It talks about pure energy coming to you. It's also blocked. So there you go. We're talking about blockages here. I can't fix, change, or alter that they're blocked. The Hanged Man is blocked. So indeed, don't get hung up on things, is what I would normally say. So you can get as hung up as you like, I guess. Operating in reverse. Eeks. And the Alleyman. The Alleyman is here telling you that there's a trickster going to be trying to sell you something you don't need. Be careful that you don't end up buying something you don't need, okay? Watch your spending, watch where you're putting your money and things like that. I am going to leave this here. They're as good a block as anything. The Alleyman is blocked. The Hangman is blocked. You don't have time to be hung up. You're not going to be running into this trickster dude. And the extra energy of the lightning in a bottle, not coming. So, sorry, it's blocked. And this card here is a beautiful bit of flowers, which is also blocked. And it is the Six of Swords. So pay attention to how you might be able to help other people with your power and realize that that's also blocked. Okay, yay, blockages. Well, I know, Giuseppe's a butthead. I don't like that card too much, but I'm not pulling them out. I wouldn't be playing with a full deck. All right. Now, things are speeding up. So we are moving forward. We have accelerated movement. So acceptable and pleasant. We're whoosh, right down the pike, okay? And the Three of Books, which speaks to teaching and learning and pushing forward with our knowledge. You may have something you need to learn, but also if you're a teacher, you may have someone you need to teach. So there will be a lot of movement in the area of teaching and learning. So keep that in mind. Acceptable. Don't hate that. And finally, we have the Ace of Discs, which is here to say hello and definitely to say that you are going to be getting the gift of finance in some way in your life. You can see the sparkles coming down and landing in his hand. There's the gift of finance, a new gateway. Look, there's a tiny little doorway right there. Something is happening that is very pleasant and happy. I feel like some good news will happen in a very fast-paced situation. There may be a windfall, money coming in, unexpected money, and we're excited about that very much. So congratulations. Very good news. Super cool. Looking forward to seeing what happens for you when we go in depth on the 11th through the 17th. And once again, thank you, and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment. Let me know how this all matches and fits you. And definitely do come on over. If you haven't already, Miss Jones people, come on over. Like and subscribe down here. Or find the link below and come on over and like and subscribe over here at Pirate Readings. And we will get busy over here. Thank you so much. I look forward to reading for you next week.